I have been with the love of my life for 6 years, and we have done everything together that you can imagine a couple in love could possibly do, but recently we took a DNA test because we're both adopted and wanted to know about our roots, and to my horror, I found out he is my biological brother. Posted by you/LetsSinWith. I am 30 and my brother is 32. I'm just going to call him my boyfriend for the majority of the time while I type this. I feel weird about this. I was adopted as a baby, but I didn't know that I was adopted until I was in high school. I didn't feel betrayed or care much. I love my parents, and my parents love me. Who cares if they aren't my real parents? My boyfriend was also adopted, and when we met, it was one of the things we sort of bonded over. We both didn't learn we were adopted until high school, and we both were lucky and had good families. We weren't passed around from foster home to foster home. Our relationship was, and still is, great. We understood each other very fast. We were attracted to each other quickly. I've never met someone and felt immediate attraction and familiarity. Now I know that the comfort and familiarity is because he's my brother. Not my half-brother. He is my full brother. We've done everything a couple that has been together for 6 years could do. We've said we love each other, we've had sex, we've celebrated anniversaries, we've met each other's families. I'm just glad we both agreed early on that we don't want to have kids, so that has never happened. I don't want to deal with the health risks and have to raise a child and them know that their parents are siblings. I discovered it when we did the DNA test thing to see our ancestry and what exactly we are. I ordered 2 for us, we spit in the tube and sent it out. It took like a month for the results to come back, and I was excited to see what we were. But before I could even get to that, I saw that we were siblings. I was shocked, to say the least. I only just found out this information, and I haven't told my boyfriend. I'm really hoping they made a mistake, but things are kind of starting to make sense to me now. We always get the "you guys look so alike" or "he's the male version of you." Long before this test, we've always gotten compared. We always just laughed it off, but I have spent the morning looking at pictures of us together and realizing that we really do look so alike. It's freaking me out, and I don't know what I should do. I still love my boyfriend/brother, and we have been together for 6 years. We have a house together and a whole comfortable life. I'm hoping that this test is wrong and we'll do a real test soon, but I'm panicking. I still see him as the love of my life. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. Wow. That's quite a bombshell to find out. Well, step 1 is to tell your boyfriend now since he is currently unaware, and this is something he needs to know is going on. Then get more testing done to confirm the results. Past that, it's up to the 2 of you. Definitely no kids, so it's good the 2 of you already made that choice, and if you decide to stay together, I'd recommend not telling anyone that you're biologically siblings. Ops response. I want us both to get a real test. I wish I never decided to do this, F. Commenter 2. You need to tell him? This affects his life just like yours. You can't keep this important information from him. It's not fair to keep it from him. Ops response. What if the test is wrong? Commenter 3. You still have to tell him so he can make up his own mind. It isn't fair to him. If you want to redo the test and he agrees, then do it. But you cannot take his options away just because you feel how you feel. Ops response. I'm so afraid he'll just break up with me. Commenter 4. He needs to know, for both your sakes at the end of the day. It's quite the bombshell to find something like this out. But the best thing to do is inform him. Maybe he would want to get a proper test done. At least you have something more clear to go on. I am not sure how accurate these home DNA tests are. But it definitely needs to be done again to be sure. I am so sorry that this is happening to you. Good luck. Commenter 5. This is why I could never date someone my own age or older. My father was a notorious skirt chaser, and gods only know how many half-siblings I have out there. Dating is scary when there is a chance you could end up dating a relative. There is 0 chance my missus is related to me in any way. Question: Did you both spit into the same tube? I call the company you use to ask if there is a chance they made an error. Ops response. I had this fear as well, but I guess the universe hates me. And no, we used 2 tubes. Commenter 6. I suppose there could be some cross-contamination. Did you guys kiss/make out in a reasonably short time before the test? While possible, it just seems so unlikely. Ops response. Maybe. I want to do a real test soon. Hoping this is some big mistake. Update 1 year 2 months later. I posted my original post about a year ago, and after a month or so, I just never really checked this account. Well, I was scrolling TikTok the other day and saw my post read out loud on there, and it really was shocking. The video I saw was people on a stage reading it and the crowd being shocked and disgusted, as if we grew up together and chose this. If, when we met, I knew he was my brother, I would not have gotten with him. Anyway, everyone is begging for an update. To make a long story short, my update is that we are still together and have been together. Rather than get a real DNA test done at a doctor, we just left it at that. We read that those ancestry tests are pretty accurate, and it was interesting to learn of other relatives we have, because ancestry links you to other people that have taken the test and share your DNA. Something that was questioned a lot was why would you two randomly both take DNA tests? And we are both adopted. We want to know what we are. Everyone else growing up could say, like, my family is Irish or my family comes from Germany or my great-great-grandmother used to do this. We have none of that. We privated our ancestry and decided not to get another test, because that is just more people involved. I didn't even have to tell him when the news broke. We both had login information to the ancestry, so he saw it himself. It was a lot to get over and talk about. I have to admit it was really hard to look at him in that way for a while. We slept in separate places. For a while, I felt weird around him. But we were 6 years in by that time, and I still loved him and still do love him. My weirdness was different than how I feel with my actual brothers. I consider the kids of my adopted parents to be my actual brothers. If I were to date one of them, I would feel odd because I grew up with them. With my boyfriend/brother, it was just a crazy what are the odds feeling, and looking at him and seeing myself and seeing our parents that we never knew. We talked about it, and we have decided to just stay together. We don't want kids, and no one else knows, so who are we hurting? I don't care about all the comments that call us disgusting. I don't see him as a brother. I don't find the fact that he is my biological brother hot or exciting. I just see him as the man I love. We have been able to joke and find humor about it within ourselves. My boyfriend joked, we could have saved money on the ancestry and just sent one test in. Back when Game of Thrones was really popular, before that terrible ending, we went to a Halloween party and I dressed as Cersei. Recently, he was like, I should have dressed like Jaime. This may seem weird or off-putting to people reading this, but it is how we find levity in it all. Another misconception I kept seeing was that we met in high school. We met when I was 20. We had a really normal relationship. It was from friends to best friends to couple. He is honestly the love of my life. We've been together 7 years now, and I've never gotten tired of him. I've never felt like I wanted to be apart from him. Even during the big discovery, I missed sharing a bed with him. I've never felt more at home and comfortable with a person, and it has nothing to do with him being my brother. No one will know. We aren't having children. We still do everything we did as a couple before finding out. I don't see him as my brother. I would actually feel gross if I slept with my real siblings. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. Honestly, as long as y'all aren't having kids, I think it's fine. You're not hurting anyone. Best of luck to you too. Commenter 2. I would actually feel gross if I slept with my real siblings. MF, he is your real sibling, like TF. Ops response. I don't see him as my brother. I see my family that adopted me as my family. So their kids are my brothers, and there would be ick for that. We were together 6 years without knowing we were related. Commenter 3. Posting it on Reddit is wild. Batman couldn't get this info out of me.